are now tuned in to Left Side of the Brain. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, because I am. I'm in a good mood. I don't know why. Sometimes I just be in a good mood, and I just want to talk to the Jaguar fam, you know? I don't know. This may be a channel update video, or it might turn into a subject matter. If you're wondering where I'm at a sushi place and about to order me some food. I thought, you know, I'm gonna talk to the Jaguars, see what they up to. Y'all gotta check in with me from time to time. I think about y'all sometime. I say, let me see what the Jaguars up to. You know, I enjoy reading those comments and keeping in touch and everything. But what I want to talk about today, first and foremost, hit the likes button, hit the subscribe button. But what I want to speak about other than that, I want to talk about, number one, this book. Man, this book, I'm going to be honest, it's difficult putting this book together. And not because I don't know the subject matter, it's because y'all know how my mind is. I'm always getting new information to add upon the information that I have already put out. So it's like God is constantly giving me new insights. Thanks, man. Yes, sir. Like God is constantly giving me new insights on what to speak about, right? And it's like, for that reason, I'm always like updating the information. So it's been a task, and then on top of that, the Jaguars have left me out to hang in the dry because, you know, y'all ain't touching up with me and giving me no pointers on how I can get this book produced in a, you know, faster, you know. But you know, sometimes you just got to be independent. And what I decided to do, like I was in the library today and I was writing, and I was saying to myself, I'm never going to complete this book trying to do it through this writing pen and paper process. I said, I got to do something to expedite this thing. So Spirit dropped in my conscience to record myself. So what I'm going to start doing is recording myself. So where I stopped at in the book, I'm gonna start recording from that point, and I'm gonna do each chapter like that. And once I complete the recording, I'm going to write down everything that I spoke, because y'all know this information is so complex. And then the other day I was looking at a video I did about wearing clothes is evil. And when I went back, it was part 2, wearing clothes is evil. When I went back and listened to that video, I was like, damn, I was dropping some knowledge in that video, man. I have forgot that I even said some of that stuff. So then I said to myself, I'm gonna have to add some of the stuff I've already said in videos and put it in the book. So right now, like tonight, I'm going to peruse through some of the videos that I already have and take some of that information and put it in the book. Now, this is your job, how you can help out. I want you to suggest to me what videos I can take excerpts from and put it in the book. Like the best videos that you've seen, because I want this book to be familiar with everybody. And at the same time, I want to bring out new information. So yeah, it's been a task, man. So that's where I'm at with the book and everything. And also, I want y'all to keep me motivated. What I mean by that is, I told myself I'm gonna have this book done by June 15th. By June 15th. But how it's looking now, that's going to be like impossible, man. I don't think because I can't rush through it like that. Plus I gotta type, I still gotta do the book cover, man, and I gotta get a publishing company. So this thing, I'm telling you, man, but that's where all my energy is focused at right now. So what I need you to do as the Jaguar team I need y'all to stay on top of me in the comment section below. And I want the book to come out this summer. So in the comment section below, I need you to tell me what date do y'all expect this book to be done by. That'll give me drive and motivation. I'll be like, I promised these people, so I gotta have this thing done by such and such. So I want y'all to I want you to do that in the comment section. And it has to be sometime during this summer. So I want y'all to stay on top of me, and I'm gonna deliver like I promised. We gotta keep each other motivated. That's what this United Souls thing is about. You see, it's not just we coming up here and talking, because if it's like that, I'm just wasting my time. I'm just a man putting out videos and for no reason. I don't want this channel to be like that. I want your participation to help me, push me. That's what I want y'all to do. So that's kind of like a channel update, but as far as everything else, I'm doing good. You know, working, staying up. You know what I'm saying? Just at this sushi restaurant place, you know. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about. Oh, let me order my food first. Let me see what I want to get. Let's see what I want to get. 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 I don't want that. Let's see. Let me see what I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna get that hibachi salmon. Yeah, I'll get a hibachi salmon. Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, other than that, man, what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about, man, in general, man, life to me, man, how I've been looking at things, the more you live, the more reality starts to seep in. Like everything I speak about, the more I live, the more it just begins to seep in. And everything that I have ever spoken about on the channel, everything I've ever learned, is just playing out before me in life. Life itself, in other words, is confirming everything that I have ever said. It's taking place every day around me. When I just sit back and observe things, like, it confirms to me that all of this stuff that I teach, and even for myself, is not in vain, because I see it. And another thing, you see the pointlessness in life as well. And what I mean by that is, you actually see the repetitiveness of everything, and it makes you realize that if I wasn't this person who I am, receiving these type of insights, I would be nothing but a another person on the merry-go-round. I don't want to live like that, and that's why I motivate myself to do things like that's over the edge or outer limits, like the information that I put out, even with this book. Because if I was to just live a mundane life, then I'm just on the merry-go-round. So that's why I like being classified as weird and all of that. I'm ready. Yeah, that's why I like being classified as weird and all of that, because that puts me in another bracket, another category. And I'm gonna explain more. Oh, give me a second.
Sorry about that.
No doubt, man. Is this the only restaurant they have, or are they like nationwide?
This is a family-owned business.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the hibachi salmon.
That's fine. It come with broccoli, sweet carrots, and fried rice. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
No problem.
Yeah. What's my choices? Teriyaki and what else?
Teriyaki, hibachi, or the ishi sauce. Ishi sauce is basically like creamy garlic sauce that we make ourselves.
Is that good?
Close to like ranch. I can bring you inside the video and try it out.
Have you ever had it on salmon?
Nah, I haven't had it on the salmon, but I do like the sauce personally. But
Yeah, I'll try it.
I'll bring it inside.
All right, man. Thank you.
Like
And I'm just making a YouTube video. Yeah. I know. You was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Nah, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, I got you. You need
All right.
chopsticks or anything?
No, thank you. Just fork and. All right. Yeah. So, if I was like mundane like everybody else, that would just like. It would basically mean I'm not growing. You know what I'm saying? Because mundane people, they don't grow. You know what I'm saying? It's like they alive in the sense of being alive, but they not growing. They're not growing, so they are alive in a sense of they move, they have a heartbeat, but that's not the type of life that I'm satisfied with. I'm about coming into this world, creating thoughts that somebody else can grow upon. Because think about it, this world that we live in, you living inside of somebody's thoughts. Think about it. When you riding down the streets, that's somebody's blueprint. When you at a stoplight, that's somebody's idea that they created that you are actually stopping for. When you get inside of a car and you drive, you are driving somebody's idea. Somebody created that vehicle and you are driving in it. Even your house, that's somebody's idea. They drew the blueprints for that home that you live in. That bed you sleep upon, that's somebody's design. Even the clothes that we wear. I was thinking about this the other day. Even the clothes that we wear is somebody else's idea. Think about all of the fashion that we put on every day. Nikes, Adidas, Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci bags. Everything that we wear is somebody's idea. Even this shirt I got on right now. That's somebody's idea. You know what I'm saying? So I just put this shirt on, right? I liked it, but even still, yet and still, it's somebody else's idea. So I told myself I don't want to live a life where I'm just living in somebody else's world. So that's why I live the way that I do, because I like to create. I like to impact other people. You see? Instead of just living a mundane life. Like, because really think about it. In this life, right? How they got this thing set up. You can come into this world. Everything they have, like in the school books, in the religious books, in the driver's ed book, it's already formatted. Really, you don't have to learn anything else in this world in order to survive. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't have to learn none of this stuff I'm saying just to survive, just to eat, just to wake up, just to go to your job. As long as you got money to spend. But I'm not satisfied with that type of life. Because think about it. That type of life is there for you. Think about it. If you just want to live a mundane life, don't add no new information to the world. You just vote for the same political figures they put before you. And guess what? The majority of people, they live just like that. 99% of people, they live just like I said. They don't add anything to the world, and they just fine with the way things is. And that's been the cyclical history in this world. That's been the motif for this world, and that's why things have not changed. But enters left side of the brain. Enters left side of the brain, here to rearrange things. You see? And all this book is doing is just showing you a way out of the mundane, showing you how all your life you've been played by this world. And I'm just giving you the 6 laws that governs this thing. So when you see it, you will know to avoid it. And that's where I'm at in my life. Like I was saying, the older I get, the more reality sets in. And that reality setting in confirms everything. It confirms everything I've ever stated in my life. I just wanted you to see my hand to see the emphasis. It confirms everything I ever stated in my life and everything I ever told you. Just live and you'll see it. I think I'm gonna keep this video going till my food get out here. And there's a few people looking at me from that side over there, but I don't care, man. Why care what somebody think? You know what I'm saying? Because like I did that video the other night. How did y'all enjoy that video, that red light edition, about you hanging on literally by a thread of skin? Because that's true. I'm not going to rehatch that video, but in one part of that video I said, when people die, all skulls look alike. And I held my hand up like that, and I said that skull that you holding, when an archaeologist dig up like a ancient civilization site or something, they may be holding the skull, the cranium of some person who was full of vanity. And next to that skull, it could be somebody who was living during the time of that person, who was living, trying to live up to that person's expectations. But now both of them are just craniums. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, fuck these skeletons, man. That's how you gotta literally look at this thing. You gotta look at it, like I said in that video, you gotta strip it down to the nuts and the bolts. I don't give a damn, man, because at the end of the day, all these people gonna die, man. I was looking at some Civil War photos today in color. It was this video I was looking at on YouTube. And I was just saying to myself, all those men dead. They dead. Like, it's like, but what they did is shape the world as far as how we living now. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they dead. And that's the grand total of everything in this life. We live and we die. Somebody asked me the other day, I was discussing with someone about the book, and they said, what is your end goal? And they said it kind of facetiously. They was like, what's your end goal for this book? I had an answer for them though. I said, the only reason why I do this, I said, because this whole thing is about living as free as possible without allowing another human to vampire off of your life. That's it. That's all it's about. Living for yourself and not for others. That's all of this stuff is about. And I told that person, I said, what you saying to me would be like me saying to a slave who runs away from the plantation. That's like you asking that slave, what's your purpose for running away from this plantation? That's basically what that person was asking me. If you would ask a slave that, he would say, because I don't want to be a slave. I want to be free. I want to live for myself and not for others. I don't want to be picking cotton, picking up and chopping all this wood for somebody else. That's why I do what I do. And once I said that, the person said, okay, that makes sense. He couldn't say nothing. He was like, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I don't want to be no slave to nobody. I can't be a slave. I'm not made to be a slave. Some people, they just made to be slaves. And I'm not even talking about in the physical sense. I'm talking about like mentally. being a slave to this world. I just can't do it, man. I just can't adapt, man. That's why whenever I had jobs, like when I was working like around people, I still work now, but the kind of work I do now, it's like one-on-one counseling and stuff. But when I was working in in that workforce where you on an office job and you working around people in a under one roof, whether it be a call center or telemarketing, where you behind a computer and it's a row of cubicles and a person sitting here and a person sitting there, I could never adapt to that type of work situation because I had to do too much faking. I had to act like I liked people who I didn't really like. And I just outgrew that, man. I just outgrew that. You see? And as I age, you know, as I get older, you really see that you never belonged in that setting. See, the only reason why we ended up in those settings, I'm gonna tell you why. Because of the sin of our parents. And I'm not just talking about like them having children. I'm talking about even after they had us, right? They didn't know what I'm telling you now. So because of that sin of ignorance, remember I tell y'all, ignorance, it's evil. Because they was ignorant to this stuff, they passed down all of that burden onto us. They never enlightened us about anything. As a matter of fact, I did a red light edition on that. I forget the title of it, but I was talking about how all our life we've been lied to. I think if you know the title of that red light edition I did, put it in the comment section because somebody may want to see it. But I discussed this very thing that I'm saying now. Like, they lied to us. So because of their ignorance, we had to pick up where they left off. Like, I didn't have to end up in that situation, but it was the elder generation who failed the younger generation. And that's what I mean by that cyclical history that repeats itself. The world has not changed. That's the main reason the world has not changed. And, you know, guess I'm gonna have to make 2 parts to this because it just said my video length expired. So I'm on to the second part of this, but I'll edit it to make it 1. I'll try my best. Just waiting for the food to come out. Just touching bases, you know. Yeah, man. And another thing, man, like, I'm gonna tell y'all something else y'all don't know. I know it's a law that says the only thing that is constant is change, but I kind of disagree with that. I understand what they're saying in physics and everything. Like, I'll agree with it in that sense, but the change that occurs is repetitive change, like the seasons and everything. So what I'm saying is the only constant is change, but it just changes back and forth. But what I want to say is things in this world don't change. The only way you change is when you hold up, food time.
Get you some napkins there, boss.
Yeah, my man, thank you very much. Oh shit, I kind of spilled the sauce. How y'all like that? That's teriyaki salmon, carrots, broccoli, and got that little sauce. Good, man. Thanks.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Thank you. Yeah. So I get what they're saying, but things don't change, man. This shit in this world remains the same. The only time something change It's when you figure this shit out. Y'all need to put that in quotation marks. I need to get that on a t-shirt. Thank you, Spirit. The only time shit change in this world is when you figure shit out. If you don't figure this thing out, you're going to be living that same mundane lifestyle just like them that I was telling y'all about. This shit don't change until you figure it out. I'm trying to tell you, man. And that's a good drop to end this video. Y'all marinate on that just like this marinating teriyaki sauce. That's some food for thought for you. Shit don't change in this world till you figure it out. And with that, because once you figure it out, you figure out that you need to change, or you're going to be just like them dead motherfuckers.